Hello students, I'm Teacher Kath and welcome to our online learning class. Today, we're going to learn about vocabulary words and reading comprehension about the passage American Sayings. Are you ready? Let's get started. Today's lesson talks about American sayings. Here are some examples of these that many American people are still using today. First, piece of cake. Waste not, want not. Cleanliness is next to godliness. If you can't beat them, join them. Why do you think different countries have different sayings? We will find out later. Words that you need to know. Let us read all together and repeat after me. Obsessed. Clash. Competition. Forbidden. Scold. Aggressive. Great job, students! Now, let's practice. Match each word with its correct meaning. Number 1. Obsessed. What do you think is the correct meaning for this? Well done, it's letter D. Unable to stop thinking about something. Example sentence. Why are people so obsessed with money? In this sentence, people were unable to stop thinking about money. Number 2. Clash. What is your choice of answer? Great job! It's letter A. To fight or argue. Example sentence. Police and protesters clashed yesterday, meaning they had a fight or an argument. For number 3, competition. What's your guess? You're right, it's letter E, a situation in which someone is trying to win something. Example sentence. There's a lot of competition between computer companies, meaning the companies are trying to win who's the best among them. Number 4. Forbidden. The answer is? Okay, it's letter C, not allowed, especially by law. Example sentence. The use of cameras in this museum is strictly forbidden, meaning the cameras are not allowed to use in this museum. Number 5. Scold. Yes, correct. It's letter B, to speak to someone angrily because you disapprove of their behavior. Example sentence. His mother scolded him for breaking her favorite vase, meaning the mother got angry for breaking the vase. Number 6. Aggressive. Correct again. It's letter F, behaving in an angry and violent way towards another person. Example sentence. If I criticize, he gets aggressive and starts shouting, meaning the man became violent after being judged of what he did. Great job, students! Now, let's listen and read the passage American Sayings. Let's go! In this part, Read and listen together with the audio that I will play.
Like many Americans, I often heard my parents say, "Cleanliness is next to godliness." They said this when I sat down at the dinner table with dirty hands, or when I wanted to go outside and play on a Saturday, but had not yet cleaned my room. It sometimes seemed to me that they were completely obsessed with keeping clean. Later, I realized that it wasn't just my parents who were obsessed with hygiene. All my friends' parents were saying the same thing. I guess we like things clean and neat in the United States. Sometimes I felt like my parents had an old saying for every single point they wanted to make. If I didn't eat all my dinner, my mother would say, "Waste not, want not," and would make me sit at the table until I had finished everything on my plate. When I protested about being forbidden to watch my favorite TV program after putting off doing my homework all day, my father said, "You've made your bed, now you have to lie in it."
Let's focus first in the first paragraph. Since we are talking about American sayings, let's highlight the saying, "Cleanliness is next to godliness." It means that her parents are referring to the idea that people have a moral duty to keep themselves and their homes clean. Do you remember the word obsessed? Do you know the meaning of this? If not, you can play it back to check the meaning of it. For the second paragraph, you can see two sayings mentioned here. Waste not, want not, and you've made your bed, now you have to lie in it. Waste not, want not means to advise someone not to waste anything because they might need it in the future. Wasting is not good because many people are starving and you are just lucky to have food in your table. So be thankful always. Another saying is, "You've made your bed, now you have to lie in it." Means that someone who must accept the unpleasant results of something they have done. There are always consequences in all actions that we did, so we must be careful and think twice before doing it. Here is another vocabulary word, forbidden. You can play it back to check the meaning of it. In this part, read and listen together with the audio that I will play. Let's go!
My parents didn't always use old sayings to scold me, though. Sometimes my parents used them to encourage me when I was depressed. I remember working on a 3D map of my hometown for my 8th grade geography project, and there was one piece that refused to stand up. Every time I glued it to the base, its weight would cause it to fall over. I was ready to give up, but my father said, "There's more than one way to skin a cat." And he helped me find another way to solve the problem.
We are now on the third paragraph with the saying, "There's more than one way to skin a cat." This saying means that there is another way to get what you want, especially when other people are trying to prevent you from getting it. If there's a will, there's a way. Remember that. Here is another vocabulary word, scold. You can play it back to check the meaning of it. In this part, read and listen together with the audio that I will play. Let's go!
Sayings like these reveal important aspects of a culture. When we hear them again and again from our parents, grandparents, and teachers, we naturally absorb the beliefs and ethics that make up our culture. Sometimes, though, the beliefs represented by old sayings seem to clash. For instance, I can remember being told that it's not whether you win or lose, but how you play the game. This helped me to realize the importance of playing fair. But my basketball coach also used to say, "Everyone loves a winner." Which saying really represents American beliefs? Is it sportsmanship and fair play, or aggressive competition with passion to win? Or could it be both? While I was an exchange student, I realized that old sayings have played an important role in shaping who I am. Sometimes when things went wrong, or when I was confused, I'd find myself thinking about one of the old sayings my parents had always used on me. After about the third time this happened, I asked my homestay family to tell me some of their favorite wise sayings, and we had a great time learning about each other's culture. Now I notice that I use old sayings quite a lot. My parents would probably laugh. But you know what I say? If you can't beat 'em, join 'em.
Let's explain the saying in the fourth paragraph. It's not whether you win or lose, but how you play the game. Do you know what this saying means? It means that reaching a goal is less important than giving our best effort. Just do your best and never give up. In here, we have two words, clash, aggressive. You can play it back to check the meaning of it. Now, let's explain the fifth and last paragraph. If you can't beat them, join them. Do you know what this saying means? It means that if someone is strong for you to defeat, it is better to be on the same side. Be friendly and always be with people who can help you and not to harm you. Now, you can review the passage by reading it out loud. In this strategy, it will help you improve your pronunciation. You can use a stopwatch to also record your time. After you read the text, let's have some sample exercises. Take a notebook and take note your answers. After I read the questions, I will give you 20 seconds to answer the questions. If the time is not enough for you to answer, you can pause the video and play it again to continue. Number 1. Why the author said that sayings may reveal important aspects of culture. Number 2. Why does her parents use the old sayings? Number 3. What does the author notice as time passes? Your 20 seconds starts now. Oh, time's up. Now let's answer. Let's answer the activity. Number 1. Why the author said that sayings may reveal important aspects of culture. Good job! We naturally absorb the beliefs and ethics that make up our culture. Number 2. Why does her parents use the old sayings? You're right. Her parents used them to encourage her when she was depressed. Number 3. What does the author notice as time passes? Great job! He noticed that she uses the old sayings quite a lot. Great job, students! That ends our lesson for today. Thank you, students, for joining me. See you on our next fun lesson and activity. Stay safe and healthy. Good luck, students. Goodbye.